everybody thinks that this shit is fun. I'm in this shithole pit somewhere, and we got two there, we got one on the trailer, and I'm getting the last one off. Been here for about 5 hours or so, 4 hours. This sucks. I got 2 more bolts to get off. It's real, they get real gummy in here with grease and dirt and oil and everything else, so it becomes a pain in the ass. And you can't get a socket in there, so you're left with wrenches and a hammer. So I'm gonna have spare parts finally, and only 45 minutes from home I found this. I got lucky, got real lucky. He was gonna scrap this thing, send it with these corners, and I waited a couple days and he finally hit me back. I'm getting them for a really good price. So, alright, I gotta get this corner off so I can go home. So that was a video of over the summer getting these corners. So now I have an extra set of parts here. It snowed out, so I kind of missed my window of opportunity to get this truck rolled outside. I gotta clean up a bunch of shit in front of my garage, but I'm gonna go back in the garage and I'll show you what's going on. So the rear is all set. Obviously you see it's on jack stands. I got the front. I'm trying to use my plasma cutter to see if it's any quicker to get these off. I cheated on the upper gussets. I went to send cut send, and this one is for the front. This is for the rear. I have cut like 3/8 off. These are for the pockets. I just got to trim, and then these, I made these for the lowers. I copied what I had on there. So, and then here's the new lowers, and then which I still have to, we TIG'd the misalignment spacers on. I still have to do that to these. So once I get those cut off, and then where these gotta be, we'll clean these up, get the misalignment spacers TIG'd on, and then I should be able to pretty much measure where I got those and put them on the same spot. Now I just gotta grind everything down. Double check my measurements off of that one. Figure out if I need to cut the inner bracket. We'll leave the outer, the length that that it is. And then once we get that all set, we'll get the misalignment spacers welded on, which these are for the chassis side because I had to grind them down. I have a shit ton of them in the toolbox there, and we'll get those stacked on. And then unfortunately my 4-link bar tubing is behind my bench back there against the wall, so that's going to be a clusterfuck to get out. Hopefully this will be it with the cutting of stuff like that. But I'm gonna clean up and start measuring. I gotta be 5.5 inches from the edge of the flange to the inside. So it's roughly right there, and we can see the angle is still wrong. Now I took about 1/8 inch off of that side already, and it's not enough. Alright, we were at 6.5 degrees. So I'm just gonna table over a little. Alright, so now we're just taking the scale and making sure even across. Pretty even. I'm leave it there. Alright. Take 20 off at a clip. We're gonna do it the first time. I had taken 1/8 off already, so that's 1/4, and I had to take another 1/4, so it's 1/2 inch I had to mill off of that side. And I'm gonna double check this to that side, and then if it's within 1/2 or so, then I know I have to take 1/2 inch off the other side. So we're gonna check that out now, and then I'm gonna prep these and tack them on, and then probably get in there and just finish weld them. This side came out pretty good. I'll show you that one. So that's it for now. I'm gonna do the other one off camera. I ran out of wire. I fucked up with the welding on this one. I got it's all globbed up and shit down at the bottom. So I gotta regrind that out and get it a little better, and then once I get more wire, I gotta cover past this, but they are in. Just not having a good day welding. I don't do it every day, and it's kicking my ass today. Not the prettiest, but they're welded inside and out. Something I didn't do with the bottoms of that one. I gotta weld the inside, but whatever. So I pre-ground everything again. Got the uppers, got it all bare metal. So now I flip this thing up, get it back under the truck, and then I'm gonna cut some more bars. 2 tacks on each side. I got a left and a right. I'm pretty sure I'm putting the right on the chassis side. So I'm gonna get these under there and get that pretty much in place. I got the housing under here, got the champagnes back on, shock mounts, so we're all in here. Right now I'm going to jack the housing up and get the jack stand under it. Fairly easy to square up under here once I got it on the jack stands. Got my plumb bob, it's pretty much on that line. I'm at 89 degrees on the face, which I'm not going to argue about a degree. So now I'm going to cut the two uppers, tack the heim joints, the bungs in for them, and then we'll get the upper tabs up here, and I'll take some measurements off the back so they're fairly the same, and at least tack them in. So I've been pretty bad at trying to get any footage. We're just gonna jump into it. Brackets are in, welded in. I gotta clean up a couple welds on the front and back, but gussets are in front and back. Shock mounts are fully welded on the front. So now I'm gonna make something that comes in and bolts to the back side here. Alright, so this is the knuckle. We got the Planetary cover itself. Those are the kingpins. Obviously here, there, top and bottom of the champagne. Spindle, bowl gear, and hub bearings. Hub is over there. So yeah, we gotta clean all this up. So there's a ton of, that's actually not that bad. In those, it's disgusting, the rest of them. I took this one apart like 2 years ago. When I was pulling the corners off the axles, I physically took this all apart to look at it. Those, I just unbolted the champagnes, and that was it. I'll probably edit out half of what's going on. Get this camera set up. Alright. So we got our bearing in the top. We got another bearing that goes in the bottom. And get some gloves. So I'm not gonna clean these bearings up too much. I don't know if I believe they're still good, but later on I'll put diesel or something in them, clean them out really good, and then we'll either use them up front or keep them as spares and buy new ones. But either way, this is gonna work for what I'm doing right now. So I got the knuckle pretty clean on the inside. I'm not gonna put the camera down or whatever. So this goes up first. Or something like that. And then got my other bearing over here. Another bearing. You slip that in. Naturally, pretty greasy on everything. No idea what I just did with the fucking napkin I had. Whatever. Just rub it in. Alright. Now, thinner cap goes on the bottom, and the cap on the top. So this, you see, so you can see what I'm doing. This was originally an arm that came from the steering ram over here on the machine. So I just machined it off. So we're gonna put that to the back. And these shims are for when the spindle's on and the axle shaft is in, you get that knuckle even inside the hole of the spindle. So again, not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to run what's here. So that's pretty good. Get the bolts over here. I'm just going to put these in. So this got a space here. So it goes in the cap and then it goes in the knuckle a little bit to keep everything pretty much lined up. Naturally, the other side went out fairly easy. Just want to make sure that all our bolts in. Alright, now pretty good now. Pretty sure the battery's dying in that. Now, I don't know why they did a different size bolt head. Battery. Ugh. all my batteries are dying. The old-fashioned way. So this raises this up, brings that bearing and kingpin in. And I was gonna change these bolts, but I don't think I'm going to now, knowing that they seat into the knuckle up. So we need that step there. Definitely going to be investing in a Milwaukee gun soon. Okay, those are good enough. Now I can do the bottoms. I'm just snugging this stuff up for now. Alright, let's put that in. See that I'm gonna have to grind that off at the lip, so it ain't much, and then the front hits right where it's supposed to, so that's good. Now there's quite a few trucks that ran galleons. I know the coil spring equalizer did, these same ones, I think. I don't think he ran a 20 tons, I don't know, but Gravedigger ran galleons up until I think Adam's new truck that just came out. So they were 20 tons. These are, like I said, these are 22. Still guys that run these. This is probably overkill for a mega truck, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Had I known these were going to be such a pain in the ass, I would have just got galleon or axle techs. But you live and you learn. Alright. "10" steering rim. So, idea, obviously, this might work out. Or actually, this way. behind joint goes there. I have to sit down and figure out. Those are 10-inch. I might need 8. I won't know until I gotta see what the actual bevel of this is. I haven't done my homework yet, but I may need 8-inch ones. So, anyways, this took forever. I'm probably gonna 17 minutes I'm at. Alright, we got this all blown apart. So you see that's the full drum over there. Well, brake assembly with the backing plate. Like I said, the drum is still on the back side. You get your spindle, bolts to the knuckle, and those bolts went through the spindle under the knuckle. So, other than the broken Rosetta and all the shit that broke in there, and I'm going to replace both those bearings and the races, I don't see anything else bad in there other than some sharp spots in the knuckle that I'll grind down. But overall, it's pretty good. I got to get seals. Like I said, this does share stuff with the Clark 20-ton. I'm not there yet on buying aftermarket stuff. We'll cross that bridge when that day comes. But I gotta get this shock mount off and weld it up, and all 4 will be done. And then I gotta make some kind of ear, mounting ear to come off the back side in here. That'll hopefully double as my limiting strap bolts, and getting the back of this mounted so it doesn't just rip off. Alright, well, I'm not going to go through the rest of the process with this. This video was kind of screwed up and took forever. I'm going to stop here, and when I pick back up, I don't know. I got to figure out what's next. The main thing right now is getting all these corners cleaned up and put on the axles, and I have to get tabs welded in the rims and get the transport tires on. So I'll probably pick up as I'm finishing getting the corners on. I still got 2 more here. Plus I got 4 more outside, but I'm not going to mess with those right now unless I absolutely need parts out of them, which I don't think I will, other than the axle, stub axle. But those have 2 broken in it too. Anyways, we're getting somewhere finally. It's been a long, dragged out process. And like I said, cradle getting cut out, tubing's there. So that'll probably be not the next video, but the one after. Alright guys, hang in there. I'm trying to. See you in the next video.